Hey guys, I'm Chewy Mew and welcome to another Chewy Mew review where I basically review whatever I want to. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Hobgoblin Build-A-Figure series, Spider-Man 2099. I think the costume looks pretty cool for being big departure from the Spider-Man costume. Let's take a look at the face. There's the face, looks really good. I do think the only thing is in the comic books, his suit doesn't look metallic. It looks kind of more like a baby bluish color, but I think this still looks pretty good. Very metallic, kind of looks like armor in a way. He's got some paint there, looks kind of like an arrow pointing down on the hand. When you line it up, the one thing I really like about it is when you move this joint, you can see the spider web continues. It looks kind of like a skull. You can see there's the legs here, the legs go down, and they actually wrap all the way around to the arm. He's got some spikes here, like the Batman kind of spikes. He has this little web cape, which you can actually take it off. There's no spider on the back. There's a hole there to peg this on. It's kind of like a rubbery or like plasticky squishy. I'm going to take that off because it sometimes gets in the way when looking at it. But yeah, I showed the face sculpt. I think the face sculpt looks pretty good. It's actually textured. It's not just painted on. It's kind of like textured. You can actually feel it's like a little bit 3D. Straighten the legs out. There's nothing on the legs. That's the only complaint I can have about the 2099 costume is pretty much all this below, there's like no paint on it. It's just the color of the rest of the costume. I do know his name is Miguel O'Hara. I think so, maybe. I don't know too much. The other complaint I had with the Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure is that the legs kind of stick out too far compared to the pelvis. It's not like the pelvis should stick out farther than the legs, but yeah, I digress. The hands have kind of claws. They don't look like, they're not just regular Spider-Man. They're kind of like claws, because I think he actually has like claws and fangs too. I think he's like more like a Spider-Man than, typical Spider-Man. And I think he has organic web shooters. I don't think he has spider sense, but anyway, looks pretty cool, pretty awesome figure. Honestly, I don't really have too much to say. Oh, he does have a barcode here, 50401 on the bottom of the foot. Here we go on the bottom of that foot. It says, come on camera, focus. Made in China, because everything's made in China. And on the other foot, it says, I think it says 2012 Marvel. It doesn't actually say Hasbro on it. That's kind of funky. Let's stick the cape back on, and let's go over his articulation. So the head looks up, it goes down, the head rotates all the way around. It does tilt left and right a bit. He has a torso ball joint crunch, which is really good, and goes back. If you take off the cape, it goes back a pretty good distance. Leave that off for now. The arms rotate all the way around. However, this butterfly joint, when you rotate the arm, it kind of moves that joint a lot, which these are really loose on mine. I don't know if they're... I remember when I got out of packaging, it was pretty loose. The arms rotate all the way around. Double bend in the elbow. I keep wanting to say double bend in the knee. Rotation here in the wrist. Hinge in the hand. The torso rotates all the way around. Actually, rotates pretty good. Makes a clicking sound. The legs kick up. Really good. They go back not too far. The legs rotate all the way around here. Double bend in the knee. Nothing in the boot, but rotation in the foot. It hinges up and goes back pretty good. So, overall, I think it looks pretty good. I did see they released a Spider-Man 2099 like modern design where it's white. I think that looks pretty awesome too. But I'm more of one of those people that prefers classic. But I don't really know too much about Spider-Man 2099 to really, judge the figure. But I think it looks pretty good. This is a lot shorter of a review. Just because I don't really have... There's not too much detail. There's not too much sculpt to this figure to really talk about. You can see muscles here and there. You can see some like veins and stuff. Kind of skinny legs. Skinny on the before the ankle. I do think the spider design looks pretty cool, and the mask is pretty cool. The mask actually has like the little legs here, which kind of looks like the classic Spider-Man, where it's like a big circle with like arms coming off. But either way, I don't really have too much to say about him. I don't think it's bad. I think this figure looks really good. I just don't really have much to say. But I will see you guys in the next review. Wow.